series, we are still doing the main quest line for the Reach. This is the Despot of Markarth, and we had to find Lady Elaine, who we thought was on our side, was actually working with the enemy. So. Shite.
Caddock hangs on my every word, and soon Reach folk will fill Markarth like a larder.
Excellent. With Markarth prepared, we need only claim the Arcthan keystone.
I'll make inquiries. Just remember our arrangement. Like you, I hate to be disappointed.
You there, in the shadows. You can't hide from the Ashen Lord. Follow me, if you dare. You actually followed. There's fire in you. You. The thorn that caused me no small amount of irritation and solitude. You thought yourself so clever, so stealthy, spying on me from the shadows. But the darkness answers to me. Why have you come to this forsaken barrow? You stand before Rada al-Saran and seek to understand his purpose. Better a torchbug try to comprehend the secrets of alchemy, or a mudcrab the intricacies of necromancy. These events began millennia before your birth. They concern you not at all. Who is this we you speak of? Certainly not the Reach folk. No, there is someone else. I see them, lurking in your thoughts. An ally, almost as ancient as I am. They're desperate to forestall the coming night. Tell me, who is this person? And I don't have to resist the urge to rip out your throat and gorge on your blood. But we are civilized beings, exchanging pleasantries in this humble setting. Perhaps we can come to some sort of arrangement. A tip for a tap, as it were. I propose a simple arrangement. A truth for a truth. Ask a question. I will answer honestly, then I will ask a question in turn.
Yeah, I'm not playing that game. You're gonna ask for my confidant's name, and I am not going to tell you that. Back to Markarth.
Welcome back, my friend. Tell me what you learned. Your arrival is fortuitous, as I have only just returned myself. Were you able to make contact with the rebels? Did you meet with Arana? I sensed some deception, but her illusion is powerful. How else did she hide her nature from me? As for Arana, do you think we can convince her and her rebels to join our cause? You spoke to Rodda. Did he... No matter. If Rodda al-Siran is here, our time grows short. Talk to Kadak. If he deems what you tell him worthy, maybe he'll finally be willing to work with me, and we can figure out how to deal with the Grey Host. It was only...
Sentry Bodful sent word. The Grey Host is...
I'll hear no more of this! Go! I want to talk to the outsider. The outsider returns. But are you a true warrior? Or a parasite like these damned leeches? Did you do as Lady Belaine asked? Did you deal with Arana? Tell me you have her head in your pack. I've got a pike on the walls waiting to be decorated. That's not what you are asked to look into. Still, it confirms my own suspicions about my own keep witch. Don't look so surprised. I'm not half as stupid as people think, Rover. Allow. I can count on 3 fingers the number of people I allow in Understone Keep. The rest, they come and go as they please. Let me tell you about the Ember Dance. It's a ceremony we perform here in the Reach. Have you ever heard of it? We grab a handful of hot coals and dance on a bit of straw. Ah, these coals burn, Rover, right to the bone. But if you drop even one, the straw lights and the flames take all of you to Molik Ball. Do you see? Belaine's a hot coal. So I grip her tight. I'm going to sharpen my sword. And wait. if you and the noble plan to fight the Grey Host. I won't stop you. But remember, Markarth is more than dwarven stones and high walls. It's strength. Make Orana understand that. That's how you can help. Still begging! I should have the tongue ripped from your head and... God damn it, Rover. A favor for a favor, aye. That's the Reach way. All right, tell the noble. Our Carrick will see him whenever he's ready. You think I'm fooling?
I've been watching, but Lady Belaine hasn't returned to Understone Keep yet. I wonder how the Ard plans to deal with her. Speaking of Ard Kadok, will he meet with me now? Will he help us stop Rada al-Saron and the Grey Host? Well, that's some progress, at least, and farther than I was able to get on my own. Thank you. I'll talk to Kadok, then I'd like to make contact with Orana. We'll need the rebels' help and more if we're going to defeat the Grey Host. Your investigations uncovered that Ard Kadok's advisor, Lady Belaine, is working with the Grey Host. And that she's a vampire. To hide that from me takes great power. Tell me exactly what you heard during Rada al-Saron's conversation with her. With your warning, Ard Kadok can decide what to do with Lady Belaine's advice in the future. As to why they care that Reach folk gather within the city, I'll need to think about that. Did you hear anything else of significance during their exchange? Rodder tried to use dwarven devices once, but nothing came of it. Interesting. As I told the city, I met Nolavan. He works with dwarven scrap in the southeast section of Markarth. Maybe he can lead us to this keystone before Lady Belaine acquires it. Despite occupying the ruin.
Alright. Let's get moving. So, it should be over here.
Aye, you're an outsider. But guess when the Ard made us put up those scratchings equal signs, it really worked. Attracted you right to my business. Unfortunately, we're closed right now. Come back later, and bring your gold. Artzan. Sounds dwarven. I guess that's why you came to see me. No one in Markarth knows more about the deep folk and their scrap than old Nolavan. Now, Keystone. That's another matter. Could refer to a wedge that supports an arch, maybe? Well, that is the other kind. You might be able to find one in Batharzel. I could sell you a map to the place, but it won't be cheap. Or if you do a simple job for me, I'll give you the map. Aye, more than cover it. Here's your map, leads right to Batharzel, I guarantee it. You might need to do a little searching to find the entrance, but that map will...
Hey you, Varandas has need of you. Varandas said he sent you to talk to the scrap dealer, and here you are. Good to see you, by the way. Anyway, Varandas needs to talk to you. Right away, he said. So let's go. He did. Here, let me mark a location on your map. That's Rebel's Retreat. What Orana and her people call their camp in the foothills. Varandas wants you to meet him there. You should move quickly. Varandas has a way with words, but he's still a verbose high elf vampire noble from High Rock. any and all of which can get you killed in the Reach. Funny you should mention that. Oh, he...
Ah, Arana. Here comes my associate now.
Aye, that one I know. Very well, Verandis. I'll speak to them. I see Verandis' word is good. He said I could treat with you, and here you are. The Count tells me that Lady Belaine and the Grey Host leader, Vada El Saran, seek some powerful relic. The Arcthazand Keystone. Is that correct? Let me see your map. Yes, I know that name. But dwarven mischief riddles the bones of the Reach. It could be anywhere. My mother called this place the Hissing Maze. Said it's full of mechanical monsters that guard a trove of silver. 3 marks. 3 places to search. All right. I'll help you in Verandis, but not before the spirits bless our alliance. I want you to undertake a ritual. If the spirits favor you, we'll face the Grey Host together. Positive thoughts, Harrier. Positive thoughts. Participate in the ritual. Then we will see what we will see. Without the blessing... The Harrier returns, swift as a crow on the wing. I have prepared the ritual fire. Did you bring the components I requested? Well done, Harrier. Now, once we undertake this ritual, we will be bound by blood and spirit. It's a union stronger than stone and more eternal than the stars. Are you ready for such a commitment? Good. So am I. Let's hope the spirits feel the same way. Place the components in the fire and stand back. No matter what you see or hear, stand your ground and think about our alliance. Keep that purpose in your mind. Understand? Heed our call, Hunt King. Two great packs seek the same full moon. Make them one, bound by common prey. Let Rach and Raven drink of the same dark blood. Howl your blessing, mighty Hircine. Send a sign and guide our hunt. Look, Hircine paints our quarry in smoke and stars. Our pact has been blessed, Harrier.
Between the Raven Watcher's expertise and Aroda's knowledge of the Reach, we have a fighting chance against the Grey Host. Just stay mindful. Even sealed by a Daedric ritual, this alliance remains young and fragile. We must nurture it. Yes, Bethar Zel. I overheard while you were speaking to Arana. We discussed finding it while you were gathering the ritual components. Locating the keystone is your next priority. Arana indicated Gwendis brought news from Markarth. Lady Belaine has departed the city, and she intends to give chase. I will assist her in the hope that pursuing Belaine might turn up something useful. Just don't let that keystone fall into Rada al-Saran's hands.
The ritual was a success. Our union has been blessed by Hircine himself. I'm not certain what the spirits showed us, but I'll figure it out eventually. I always do. Are you ready to search for the keystone now, Harrier? I think I know where to begin. Aye, Harrier. We're bound together now. And how else will you find anything in those forsaken depths? I think the skytail we saw in the fire, the snake, will point the way. Once I figure out how it connects to all this, that is. That's what we call the shapes in the stars. Constellations is your word, I think. Some of my sisters can read the stars the way you read a book. See the future, learn the truth in every twinkle. I don't have the knack. It's fire and bones for me. We made a pact, and Hircine blessed it. I need to speak to Tayfern. Look, Harrier. A plaque. Let's examine it. That's a skytail. We call it the Hunter. but I think you would refer to it as the thief. These plaques are as old as these hills, Harrier. That's the Witch in the Stars, or the Mage, as you call it. We think the dwarves placed these plaques, but no one really knows. See what that one... That depicts the sky tail of the headsman. I think your people call it the warrior. I knew it would come to me, eventually. The ritual, the plaques, the map. It finally makes some sense now. You missed it too. What a pair we make. What did Hircine show us? He revealed the snake, which I thought was just a substitute for our prey. But the sky tails on the plaques, the witch, the headsman, and the hunter, they're the Wraith Guardians. Look at your map. See how the marks form the shape of the snake in the stars? And see how one mark is missing? If I place it here, we see the snake in its entirety. That's where we need to go. As for the Wraith Guardians, well, we'll see. Storytellers say the dwarves knew the stars better than... Aye, this must be the spot. Just look at all this dwarf craft. The entrance to Batharsel must be around here somewhere. Always a trick with dwarves, though. Look at these pillars. More skytails. Turn those stones in the right order, and I think we'll find our door.
This looks promising.
Damned dwarves, am I right? Devices aren't natural, what with all the gears and cogs and everything. Ugh. I try not to think too hard about dwarf mischief. But I do have a notion. We found 3 skytails in the hills, right? Guardians they were. Your warrior, thief, and mage. I think we need their help to catch our prey. I've no mind to rush you, Harrier, but if you want... Did something, Harrier. You hear that? Well done. That did it. Wait. Something's not right. A darkness.
Arana, are you
The
all
door
right?
opened, but something happened to Irana. She mentioned something about a darkness. We should check on her, but we also need to determine that the keystone we seek is here. No, that she has a sensitivity that I do not possess. Most powerful witches do. Let's hope she recovers. Mind the shadows.
All right. I'm ready when you are. There's something in there. Something...
Gwendis and I can cover more ground on our own. Let's find the keystone.
This is the Barzell. Mind your feet, Harry. Every bit of metal in here means to do you harm. Like this. Must have been chiefs who lived here. Chiefs of bronze knuckles. They cut the heart out of the ground. It's an entire city under the earth. These are the worst. We're getting close to something, Harrier. Something awful. The tales were true. Silver. We'll send crafters down to plot it out, as we deal with the rest of these mental beasts.
Oh shit, that scared me. Okay.
I hear something. Wailing and scratching at the walls. There's darkness all around.
There. That must be the Artisan Keystone.
Verandis. So it's true. You are alive. Nevertheless, the keystone is mine.
I told you I saw him, skulking around Markarth. He's not as impressive as you led me to believe.
Enough, Belain. Take the keystone. My Verandis would give chase. This pathetic creature. I don't know what it will decide to do.
Brother, you must listen. There's still time to make things right. Brother? Brother!
Black Reach.
I don't hear any clanking behind us. They think we're clear. Curse that Lady Belain. I thought if we could acquire the Keystone, we could finally get the upper hand. I'm tired of snapping at the heels of the Grey Host. I want to go for the throat. Maybe, but you have to go alone from here, Harrier. There's a fork in the path, and we need to go our separate ways. At least for a while. There's something down here. A darkness. Like leeches in a pond, it takes little bites of my soul. I need to get back to the surface. I need to see the sky, feel the wind on my skin. I'll rally the warriors and start preparing for the fight to come. Protect your heart, Harrier. This darkness will eat at you too, if you let it. Keep an eye on Verandis, Harrier.
Gwendis, think this through.
No.
My friend, I thought I could catch Rada and Lady Belain. Convince him to... Anyway, I'm sorry I failed us. They acquired the Keystone and escaped across the river, toward that dwarven structure in the distance. Unlike Gwendis, we can't rush off without a plan. Clear heads will win the day, mark my words. This contest is far from over. With a fresh trail to follow and new allies at our side, victory is closer than ever. And much of that is because of you. This must be Blackreach. I've read the legends, but I never thought it was real. The stories hardly do it justice. Perhaps one day I'll have an opportunity to explore it more fully. For now, we have work to do. Are you still with me, my friend? Ah, the Keystone. What is it, and how is it connected to that dwarven structure? Why are they so important to Radha and Lady Belaine? Perhaps they seek to harness some sort of dwarven sorcery? Well, regardless, we can't allow them to achieve their goal. Yes, but we need to proceed with caution. We don't know the purpose of the Keystone, and we don't know what they plan to do with it. That said, we are not without our own talents. We can overcome any obstacles and find a way forward. We always do. I'll meet you across the river.
Another one done?
Meet you outside the ruin, my friend.
Here we go.
There you are. We have a problem. This is where Radha and Lady Belaine entered the structure, but I can't find any way to open the doors. I suspect this may be why they needed the Keystone. Ah, good question. Let's look around. Not all of the ruin remains intact. Portions have crumbled over the ages. Perhaps we can find a path through the rubble. Just be cautious. I've seen both constructs and shadowy creatures prowling this ruin. The constructs are dwarven.
Okay.
That door is clearly blocked. That strange energy. Wait. Is there something... That parchment appears relatively fresh and intact. What does it say? The Library of Arkzand. Interesting. I assume a dwarven library houses more than simply books. Anything else of pertinence written there? A dark relic. That sounds ominous. And quite likely related to the darkness that Arana sensed, and I now feel as well. That could be the source of these shades. Anything else? Void portals. A dark relic resonating power, and strange shades. We can't let any of this fall into Radha and Lady Belaine's hands. Let's see what we can find on the other side of this structure. Such destruction, and not the slow decay of time. strange-looking shard. Another note, and a strange shard. What do you think, my friend? Interesting. The shards remind me of something torn from the darkest corner of Oblivion. As unsettling as that object is, I think we should hold on to it. Especially if we can use it to navigate the void portals. I suggest you try to use a shard. What? Well done, my friend. Look up there, between the columns. You see that portal? This is impressive. This place. I had no idea. I knew the dwarves created some magnificent structures, but this is amazing. And look, more of those void portals in the higher portions of this. The only word that comes to mind is cathedral. Until we find the source, I can only speculate. We need to locate it, learn more about this energy, and determine the true nature of these shades. If Radha and Lady Belaine can harness this dark energy, I hate to imagine what they could accomplish. The longer I spend in close proximity, the more I pick up from the shades. I sense fragmented thoughts and raw emotion. They remind me of pure rage and unbridled pain. Perhaps exploring the library will yield some answers. Shades. I sense their presence in every dark corner. Keep going. The path ends here, but there's a door up above. We need to find a way to reach it. With the path ahead blocked, our only option appears to be the door above us. However, I sense something on the other side. I smell oil. I hear the whine of ancient gears. Proceed with caution, my friend. An excellent idea. You might have to get creative to reach the very top. Danger. with the path ahead. Some sort of containment apparatus. And there's a shade trapped at the center. Another sheet of parchment? Bring it here. Might that be another observation by the Grey Host Pentarch? What secrets does it reveal this time? Of course! Despite all the knowledge he gained, he made a mistake. That trapped shade. That's the Grey Host Pentarch. We should attempt to free him, if not out of mercy, then to determine what he knows about the dark energy and its source. Very well. Manipulate the crystals and see if you can set the tortured shade free. Just exercise caution, my friend. I would hate to see you trapped within the apparatus alongside the Grey Host Pentarch. That's it. Keep repositioning the crystals to reflect the energy.
Wait a sec.
That did something. Try to connect the crystals at all 4 corners of the room. Try activating the remaining 2 platforms. did it! Quickly now, question the shade before it dissipates. Such anguish, such pain. Souls trapped in Molag Bol's realm wither over centuries, but this dark heart, it stripped that creature of its vitality almost instantly. I wish it had told us more. It could have been more coherent. Yes, but apparently for different purposes. Unstable breaches in the fabric of reality, imploded chambers, trapped shades. Everything points to some terrible dwarven experiment that went astray. This dark energy is clearly powerful, and dangerous. As the Shade implied, they each seek the Dark Heart for a different reason. I can only imagine what Rodda would do with such power. As for Belaine, he called her the vessel that never fills. A curious description. Regardless, we must find them.
All right.
It must have something.
We're gonna end the video here, though. So if you guys did like this video, please drop a like down below, subscribe, and I'll see you back for the next one. I'm out.